So if you're building an app with one simple prompt, you're probably building it the wrong way and it's probably not going to sell. Sorry to tell you. But today I am going to build not an app, but I'm actually going to build a case for an app. So grab whatever's keeping you grounded and let's dive in. So if you joined me last week for spilling the AI tea, you heard me say that AI can amplifies clarity, but it also amplifies confusion. So it just depends on how you're using it and the intent before you start using it. That clarity that I keep talking about. And I don't want you to be creating something, wasting your tokens, whether you're on a free plan or a paid plan to any of these AI tools, creating something that, yeah, looks cool, but it's not going to make you money. It's not going to help you in your business, or it's not going to help you in your clients. Now, when you're building with an AI tool, a prompt can help you build the features that you basically want. Now, when you actually do research before you start creating that prompt, that actually will start to help you build the positioning for this app. And then that positioning, guess what that does? It helps actually build revenue. I know you're here. You're excited. We're going to build an app in Manus. I've never actually used Manus to build an app before. I was using it for a very different set of skills, but today we are doing it and I'm going to show you real time. However, before I even build the app, I want to make sure that you understand that I ended up forcing Manus to really validate the pain that we are trying to solve with the app that we've chosen to build today. So I started using Manus I gave you guys a little tour last video, and you guys can watch that here in the corner if you guys are interested in listening to why I'm choosing to introduce you guys to Manus. And here's the prompt that I asked it. It's pretty long, basically telling it is a research marketing assistant, or sorry, you are a market research analyst specializing in a woman-led wellness business, solopreneurs, and service-based coaching industries. I'm building a pricing calculator app specifically for heart-led wellness entrepreneurs, yoga instructors, birth workers, energy healers, fitness instructors, pretty much outlined all the people that I essentially target. Your task is to conduct a deep research and produce a structured report covering the following. So, industry financial data, basically average income ranges for wellness entrepreneurs, pricing psychology plus nervous system barriers, research and summarize imposter syndrome prevalence in women's entrepreneurs, underpricing trends among women versus men. So, all the stuff that I need, including relevant psychology research or business research studies where available. Number 3, structural pricing gaps. Identify common mistakes wellness entrepreneurs make with pricing. Number 4, market opportunity analysis. Based on the data, then is there a validated need for a pricing clarity tool? I don't want to build something if it's not going to be something that people are going to want to use. That's the first mistake a lot of people do when they're creating stuff like this using Vibecoding. And it's cool if you just want to be out there and you have a job, you don't intend to leave, and you're just playing. But what's the point in using AI if you're not going to use it for something good, is my point. Is there evidence of widespread confusion around pricing? Number 5, buy persona insights. Define the financial overwhelm but purpose-driven wellness founder, her income range, her emotional state. So I'm trying to get my dream client, basically, that it's going to find for me, and then position the summary based on all the research, 5 validated problem statements, 5 data backed proof points, 5 message angles for marketing, and 3 core things. So it did all of this research. I did this before because y'all don't need to be here doing it. And then it gave me this beautiful document. Now, if you have Manus, you know that you can connect it to your Google Drive, and I had it basically send the copy into here, my Google Drive itself, so that if I wanted to, I could make adjustments as needed. I could literally come here with Gemini, have it go more in depth. If there's questions, I can highlight and then ask Gemini more questions regarding what Manus has given me. That's another training, but pretty much it gave everything that I needed. The average income based on 2025 numbers, And if I wanted to verify like where it's getting it from, it gave me all of the places that it basically got the information from. Common pricing ranges, pricing psychology. Research indicates that 75% of high achieving women experience imposter syndrome, leading to a fear that they are not ready to charge professional rates. Women led businesses typically charge 20 to 30% less than male led counterparts for comparable services. Many heart led entrepreneurs experience nervous system dysregulation when discussing money. There is a direct link between underpricing and burnout. Practitioners who undercharge must work more hours to meet basic needs, leading to a cycle of exhaustion that prevents them from scaling or improving their services. Now, I already knew this, but I wanted you to just see if you weren't sure, you hadn't worked with enough people, and you didn't want to waste your time building an app to find out nobody actually wants it. This is what you're supposed to be doing. How easy was it? I literally did this in my car using voice notes. Structural pricing, ignoring taxes, unpaid admin time, benefits in healthcare, capacity miscalculation, reacting. Pricing is often based on what competitors charge rather than reverse engineering the practitioner's actual financial needs. Market opportunity analysis. So this is where it actually validated it for me. Evidence of need, pricing anxiety. The term pricing anxiety is widespread in wellness forums, with entrepreneurs describing feelings of guilt, fear, and confusion. Boom. We've just validated that there's a market for this. Existing tools. So it goes on and it gives me all the sites. Fantastic. Okay. So then I did the second one. Now I gave it a second role. You are now acting as a product strategist and SaaS concept architect, using the research report you just generated about pricing challenges, under earning trends, burnout, nervous system barriers among women wellness entrepreneurs. I want you to, one, identify the top 5 highest friction pain points that there are. For each pain point, generate a micro app concept designed to solve that specific issue, the core transformation the user would experience, the minimal viable feature set, which is the MVP that most apps need to, like, that's the basis that you need to build it off of, the emotional hook that would make someone opt in, the data input required from the user, the output that the app would generate. Each app concept must be buildable within 1 to 2 weeks using no code or vibe coding tools, function as a lead magnet, create a strong aha moment within the first 5 minutes of use, and naturally lead into an upsell, course, membership, consulting service, advanced tool. For each concept, also identify or define ideal pricing. 5, after generating the 5 concept, rank them on market demand, speed to build, revenue potential, and brand alignment for a clarity focused, nervous, system aware AI strategist serving women wellness entrepreneur. That is I. Then recommend which apps should be built first, why, and how it can be best positioned as the first of its kind in the wellness niche. They're like, boom, I received it. This is what you have. Now, I was on the free version. That took pretty much all of my credits. So I did upgrade to the first paid version, but I'm on a 7-day trial. So technically, we're doing this for free. So it's now taken off its hat. It's acknowledged that it knows that I wanted to do now this act. You can see all the stuff here. It gives me this thing. And now it's created this beautiful executive summary. The top 5 friction points by point. Pain number 1, the underlying earning for overgiving cycle. Pain number 2, the hidden cost blind spot. Y'all, I can create frameworks for this. Like this alone, forget the app. Like I have massive amounts of stuff that I could be using for all of my stuff. Pain point number 3, the imposter syndrome pricing paralysis. Pain point number 4, the unrealistic capacity trap. And then pain point number 5, the hourly rate illusion. So the micro app concepts. The first one is the true hourly worth calculator, the under earning for overgiving cycle. is the pain point that it is addressing. A simple interactive calculator that helps wellness entrepreneurs determine their actual hourly rate after factoring in all business expenses, taxes, and desired personal income, revealing how much they truly need to charge to meet their financial goals and avoid overwork. From feeling undervalued and overworked to clarity and empowerment after their financial worth is the transformation. The main basic things that this app needs to have are the input fields for all the things that it's going to need to get from them, calculation and display of the true hourly worth, and then a simple visual representation showing the gap between the current hourly rate and their true one, and then email capture per results and a brief explanation. The emotional hook, the data input required, output required. Ideal is a free lead magnet. Why it stands out. Unlike generic calculators, this tool specifically frames the calculation around personal worth and burnout prevention, not just numbers. It connects financial data to the emotional well being. My worth is not tied to my hourly rate. My hourly rate is a reflection of my value and my need for sustainability. Beautiful. Now, micro app concept two, the hidden cost uncovered, a hidden cost blind spots, a quick assessment tool that helps entrepreneurs identify and qualify their often overlooked business expenses, including taxes, admin, time, and stuff. So it gives me all of them. It even tells me like this one is probably not good for a lead magnet. This one is. It gave me 5. It gave me the rank based on market demand, speed to build, revenue potential, brand alignment, a score of 19 out of 20. So the one that came out is the true hourly worth calculator. And then recommend that one. Why it is recommended as the first micro app to build due to the exceptionally high market demand, rapid build potential, and strong brand alignment. Cool. Ranking visualizations. Okay. So we're going to take this information, we're going to put it back into Manus and actually help us create this app. And you see here, every time it creates something is like, hey, would you like to create a website based on this information? I'm like, not right now. So I'm just, because I don't really know if I have to start a new process, I'm just going to tell it based on the product strategy analysis. Please help me build the, sorry, it does to those. Oops. The true hourly worth calculator app. And then I look to see there's really no things that I think we should be using here. So we're just going to see if it does it here. If it tells me that it's either not good or it doesn't deliver what we need, then I'm going to essentially start a new chat, feed it both of these PDF documents and say, I want you to help me build the hourly worth calculator app. And then I gave you research analysis and why I want to build this app with the MVPs. And then here's my brand voice. So looks like it's actually deliver the final product strategy document to the user. So it's a blueprint, a web user project, and this will allow us to securely handle user data, provide authentication, and potentially integrate with other services in the future. I'll then create a detailed plan. So let's see, interactive calculator form, real-time calculations with visual breakdowns, email capture for personal results report and lead gen, visual representation, progress bar, and chart showing the gap, responsive, state, county selector for automatic tax rate estimation. Okay. Ooh, it says define your style. Erythral. I'm going to just say inspire me since this is the first time we've ever used this. Can you guys see this? Yes. And then power up your site email notifications. AI pricing coach. Send automated email to the owner with a new when the new user completes the calculator. Include their results and contact information. That would be optional. AI pricing coach provide personalized pricing recommendations and confidence building scripts based on the user's inputs. That sounds awesome. Let's just learn more about these. The full set of powers Manus can tap into for your site. Language model integration, Stripe integration, no way, notifications, database, voice to text, file storage, maps. Let your site generate images from text prompts or user inputs in real time. Oh, okay. So these are all the powers. Please take note. Okay. But it's already telling me like these are the ones I would recommend. Now, while it builds that, just for fair warning, while we're waiting for Manus to build this beautiful app, I just want to let you know my name is Anna Connie Walters. I am the CEO and founder of Empower Her Wave. And you are watching basically a bi weekly or bi monthly series that I'm starting, which is called the AI Alchemy Lab. And the reason that I wanted to start this is this vibe coding is going to be the next thing. Like, I am trying to bring all my wellness and military entrepreneurs who are either haven't been exposed to AI because they haven't been able to use it in their business, like military people, or I was a nurse. I wasn't needing to be spending time. I didn't know how to use Canva when I wasn't using Canva when I was a nurse. I wasn't using coding. I wasn't thinking of all these things because I went to work, I went home, and I like lived a life. I wasn't worried about all of this. This was like I was completely oblivious. It wasn't until I was forced to leave it that I really started to. I built my business. I saw that the shit was hard. I was like, there's got to be a better way. And I really started to dive into AI automations and vibe coding once it became widely available to help me because I'm a solopreneur. I'm now a mom with a toddler. I'm a military spouse. And guess what? I don't want to be stuck to my computer or stressed and burnout in entrepreneur. I left my nursing and got because I got stressed. I didn't want that to happen here. So I primarily use base 44. And I am using Manus now because I am wanting to show you guys what's possible. I'm putting on my own possibility scarf. I'm cloaking myself because that's what I ask of you guys. I'm not going to ask you guys to do anything that I haven't been or would be willing to do. I was using Manus mainly to literally help me transcribe YouTube videos, either for myself or from other creators, so that I can digest, take the transcript, and then figure out, put it into like Notebook LM, and then gather ideas from videos that were already doing well, and then figuring out how can I teach about this, whatever it was, if it was a tutorial or something, but break it down in like my style. And it is still building. Manus will continue working after your reply. Oh, okay. So hold on. So it's asking me, it's telling me, okay, so we've started to build it. Now I need you to tell me it needs more firepower. So it's a little bit too complex for 1.6 Lite, which is what we were on when we first started. Switch to max for better performance and output. I'm going to go ahead and just do it. And then I guess it was waiting for me to put that in. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I messed up my thing now. In case you guys are wondering what recording software I'm using. Ecamm. I'm an Ecamm gal. So this is pretty typical of what you'd see. Don't get all, oh my gosh, what is happening? It's the Matrix in real life. It pretty much is. That is what the Matrix was based off of. This is what they would see. But from a like our true actual engineer, this, they understand this. Like they really do. It is really like the real Matrix, people. to them, they actually can see what we normally are like, what? I don't get it. But it's like an artist, and this is their paint colors. And we might see something that they have sketched out and be like, that is not going to be no $1 million a piece of art, my friend. And then you like come back and they finish and you're like, holy seaweeds. I did not see that. Like, how did you like? No, it's like seeing watching a kid and them going out and then they pick like they gather a bunch of stuff and then they put it together and you're like, what the snakes? How did you even come up with that? So this is pretty standard for most vibe coding things. I'm just curious as to how good it is in Manus because again, Manus has paired up. I've completed my preview of the project structure and all available components. Now I'm going to build the entire app in a series of batch file operations. Okay, you don't have enough credits. Please upgrade. Great. All right, so I added more credits. So you're probably thinking, Anakai, I just wanted to create something simple. And you totally can. But I'm in the business of actually making money if I'm going to be using up the energy to create something using vibe coding. And if I'm going to do it right, then, I want to do it right. So I want to see what the end result is based off of what I just paid. And again, this is where you just need to decide what the overall outcome is. Based on the end of this, what I am going to basically compare is how much tokens and things did it take me to get here versus how would I feel like I could have built this in my typical vibe coding app. So we're just going to let it run. It's going to continue to do this. It's still building it. This will continue to update until it's completely finished. And then once it's done, we'll actually be able to see what you would want to see, which is more the front end of what your customer would see so that it all actually makes sense. So I'm just going to let it continue and then we will be back with the final product. So while it's still continuing to build, this is basically you can get a free trial. Their plans do start as low as $20 a month, and then obviously they continue to grow. This was the big thing that I announced in last week's video that Manus is now part of Meta. So you can do a web app, which is what we're doing. You could make it so that it's now a mobile app, which we didn't actually, that was something that I think we should have maybe specified. You can create design like probably posters and things that you would normally do in Canva, AI slides using Nano Banana, which if you don't know, Nano Banana is Google's actual image generator and it's really good, being really able to take a simple photograph, adjust it, tweak it, keep you looking like you and then changing it. You could do wide research like parallel research at scale. Like if you have a list of, I don't know, 500 leads, it could help you continue to narrow it down and see who would actually be worth your time. Mailman is turn any email into an action, and then agent skills, automate your expertise. So that's where we're thinking about more thing. They have the resources, and then I just wanted to show you the quick pricing. So the cool thing is that it has its own taskbar, just like most engineers that would be doing this for you in a coding perspective. So it's designed the system, the database schema, the project to do setup. It's building the backend now with the database helpers, the routers, the tax data. Then it's doing this one now, building the front end landing page. You can see that. Where was it? Elegant landing page, the writing calculator. So that's what it's doing here, result experience. And then it will implement AI powered personalized guidance and email capture flow. And then it's going to write test, polish the UI, verify all the features, and then it's just going to give me my final checkpoint at the delivery. So if you're like, I want to see what it's doing, this pretty much tells you step by step what it's supposed to be doing so that you have an idea like, can you walk away? Can you go do something else? So we're almost there, my friends. It's implementing the AI. It's now testing everything. It's fixing things. It's finding. That's like the really cool thing about vibe coding is that it will fix itself, which is pretty crazy. And so considering we're about 26 minutes in, 26 minutes before, think about how long this would have taken you, how much money this would have taken you. And depending on how I can deploy it, if you guys would love to test this out, I am happy to share once I get the final thing. And if you're watching this, I would love to know what type of ideas, because there's so many other really cool like vibe coding. Now, I just wouldn't go do vibe coding on anything. As I've told you, Base 44 is pretty much my go to for creating, and I can show you some of the stuff that I've created there in another video because of its simplicity and what it's capable of. Like, I've pushed it to some of its limits, I've created some really massive things. Select yoga teacher modality. Ooh, okay. I'm excited to just see this, especially because we asked it to pick for us the vibe. Now, a couple things that I didn't give it. I did not give it my branding. I did not ask it to be mobile friendly. And so it's something that you would have to think about. Do you want them to have to slow down enough to get on their desktop or their laptop? Would you want this to be something where they have to go, like you want it to be something that you eventually want to put in like the AI, not the AI, but the Google or the Apple store? That's what the other one was when we were looking at this and we were seeing this mobile app feature. That's what it is. It's basically creating an app that would be specifically to help you launch it into the actual real world. Once it builds it, then it actually gives you the instructions so that you can then publish it to either Android or the iOS. Because it's Google, it's actually really easy for you to put it into Android. But if you're like me, I'm an Apple girl. The iOS is a little bit trickier. It's not trickier, it's just it takes more steps, and so you're going to have to do it. What mobile apps can you build with Manus? On demand and delivery, like food delivery, ride sharing, services. So it gives you even ideas here. Who uses an AI mobile app? That's funny. It's calling you out. If you are one of these, you totally can do this. And yeah, it's just telling you more ideas of what to do. So I wanted you guys to just see this. This is what I mean by it's basically I confirm location as California, proceeded to the next step. It is actually going through. I really want you guys to let this sink in. What is it doing right now? It is acting as a user and testing itself to see if it built the right thing. This is definitely very different from what I'm experiencing in base 44. So depending on how many credits I just used up to create this one thing, if it makes me six figures, do I really care? No. I just pay like it would cost you. Look how much it's basically testing itself. Is this like check network request logs, read the current to do to update completed task, final check and delivery to users. The setup is progressing. Verified project files are saved. Next, I'll check if the owner notifications are configured properly and addressing any missing parts. So it's doing the final check and it's telling you how much lag time it gave me. And here is, you guys. Start calculator. Your True Hourly is built and ready. The app features an elegant, warm design with 4-step interactive calculator, personal info with email capture, financial inputs with cider controls, time energy settings with live preview and review summary. Upon submission, it generates AI powered personalized results, including your true hourly rate with an animated number reveal. I love it. Stop guessing, stop undercharging in just 5 minutes and cover the hourly rate that honors your expertise, covers your real cost, and protects you from burnout. You're not alone. These are the most common struggles we hear from wellness entrepreneurs. And it's pulling this from the actual data. It's not just making stuff up. These were the actual things that it had pulled from the research. So we're not lying about that. How it works, these simple steps to pricing clarity and confidence, it's giving them really good SEO, AEO in terms of how it's creating the landing page, who it's for, giving them analytics, statistics. Heart-led doesn't have to Heart-led doesn't have to mean profit less. Your wellness matters too. I would totally say that too. Ready to know your truth? And then it gives them another one. Let's go. Okay, so we're just going to say Sarah, and we're going to say, but we're going to say +1. And then my business name, we're going to say, what was that one that I created the other day? We'll just say My Yoga Magic. And then we are going to make this as a, ooh, look at all of these, you guys. Military connected, herbalist, sound healer. Like I didn't even, to nutritionist, acupuncturist, Reiki practitioner, birth worker, doula, health coach, life coach. We'll just do yoga. So my desired income, I want to make at least 100K. My annual business expenses, we'll say, is about 2,000 bucks. Between location, we're going to say that I'm in Hawaii. Damn, 32%. That's cool. Let's see, client facing hours per week. Let's just say that I'm full time. Most wellness professionals find 15 to 25 client hours per week sustainable. Above that, burnout risk. They're like, okay, maybe I should tone it down and let's just do 25 then. Working weeks per year. There's 52 weeks in a year. Recommend 44 to 48 to account for vacation. I don't want to work that long much. I want to work like 40. And my currently hourly rate. So I'm just going to say, what, $20 an hour because that's how much I charge for a yoga class. That's $130 more than your current rate. Your true hourly rate is $150. Fetch. Let's just say I charge $80 for a private lesson. Ready for your results? Sure. It's working. That's pretty cool. Now, the cool thing is that here you can be like, this is what I like, this is what I didn't like. You need to increase your hourly rate. Your sacred work deserves sacred compensation. I'm skilled and transformative yoga teacher, and my expertise creates profound honor. And I mean, your pricing script. Thank you for reaching out. My private yoga sessions are thoughtfully designed to meet your unique needs and goals, creating a truly personalized journey. So it is considering that it's private yoga. The investment for these transformative 60-minute sessions is $150. I'm excited to discuss how we can begin this work together. And then you have to consider like everything, my financial goals, but like, all right, what if I wanted to adjust it? So like it can recalculate my mindset shift, As a yoga teacher, you're not just guiding poses, you're facilitating deep healing. So it's giving them this pep talk. And then my next step, identify 1 to 2 clients or existing clients you feel most comfortable practicing your new rate with first. Update your website, book your systems, and any pricing guides with your new hourly rate immediately. Schedule a self-care power hour each week where you consciously embody the feelings of abundance and worthiness, perhaps through a personal yoga practice or meditation. Go beyond the numbers, explore advanced pricing options. Okay. And then that would be like where you would tell it, I want you to link this to. That was it in a nutshell. Tell me what you think. And again, this is where you would now start to have a conversation. This is that vibe coding element where you would go in here and say, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. How are we going to validate when somebody is struggling to sell private lessons at $60 an hour or whatever? And then I would just continue to play with it. Like it didn't really get anything. This would totally be something when you click here to publish anyone with a link. It's not published now. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And then it is live. Now that is very cool. The cool thing about it is that I can then see and work with it as to asking it questions as to where is the stuff going. And there's other things that you can do here. You can edit it. If there's things you didn't like, you can start doing the colors. And this is where you can start editing the style, change the typography. That is very cool. Definitely really cool. What did you think? Are you going to try it again? If it's just something that you want to just make a small calculator, you can give it less, maybe not do the research just so that you can get a feel for it. But again, I could 1000% sell this for what? $7 as a low, or just as a free low ticket magnet of, if this is where you are, then it leads into mine. I would rebrand it and do all that stuff. So let me know if you want access. As always, continue to be you, continue to be beautiful, continue leading from your heart. And we just made an entire app in less. It took us about 38 minutes, but I talked a lot. So anyways, thanks for hanging out.